Kathy's
Morning.
here.
Yeah, yeah.
Look at this.
Sorry, I
Look at
missed
this
the last.
little girl. She's smiling. She's happy.
I am.
She's
I'm
radiating.
extremely happy.
Excelent.
Extremely happy. You
Roman
know,
is there.
I'm
yeah,
He's
trying to kind of
smiling.
fit in between you guys.
Yeah, yeah. It's mommy and her two sons.
Yeah,
yes,
right?
that's it. Yeah. Oh, thanks a lot, Gage. So here we are. We're going to go over. We've thought that a lot of people that are new to our show and to our format, you don't have an idea of where we've come from and what we've done. So we wanted to give you a little behind the scenes of how the dog connection has truly evolved. And I can start with, oh, let me see, we got somebody here now. Who's here? Okay, good morning, Dale. Good
Hey, good
morning. Good
morning.
morning. Yeah, we thought that what we would start with is letting you know where we came from.
Charlie.
If you don't know, though, in 2012 is when we began. So what we're really doing is we are celebrating our 10-year anniversary. And that's what we're doing, 10-year anniversary today. It started out as the Canine Community Reporters, and it was an idea of mine that where I said, you know, dogs are so brilliant and they have such a way of communicating with us that it's a shame that people don't learn from them. So the idea originally was to have these canine community reporters in different areas and providing the local news from their perspective. And it came out to be very, very cute because our blog was connected to the show itself, and the people would start to interact. And we realized that, hey, a live show is really the way to do this. Interaction with it is good. Blogs are wonderful, don't get me wrong, but the real area was in the live shows. At that time, Facebook didn't have live videos. You could only shoot a video and then post it, but you
Posted, yeah.
couldn't go live.
Hmm.
So anyway, we had the dog connection, or we had the Canine Community Reporters, and the name of the company, which has been incorporated since 2000, is Picture a Moment Pet Productions, LLC. So I wanted to show you what Mandy looked like originally. She was the very first canine community reporter, and this is the first 3D animation that I ever did of Mandy. So let's watch this, folks. I think you'll think it's really cute. I won't play it all the way through, but just to give you an idea.
Hello, pet lovers. My name is Mandy. I'm a community reporter in training for Picture a Moment Pet Productions in Harrison, Arkansas. I work for my mom, Kathy Tarchioni. She's kind of a pet photographer, but she's really more of a digital artist. She makes magic out of pictures. Can you see how she brought this picture of me to life? She uses this green screen and then she puts it all these fancy backgrounds and props. You'd think you were really there. I've been to so many places in my mind with my mom's help. She even took a picture of my boyfriend Gus and made us look like a couple. It's my favorite picture of all time. Well, anyway, enough about my mom's work. I'm going to tell you about me and her. I take care of my mom. She's had a pretty rough time the last 5 years. She closed her business to take care of my daddy because he was really sick. Then in July of 2010, my daddy died from liver cancer. We miss him so much. But now for the good news. With a lot of help from me and my friends, my mom is back at work. Yep, she's gone to the dogs again. Did I tell you that she's this diehard animal lover? And she used to run a shelter called Save a Pet that was way back in the 70s. She's done everything from training and rescuing and fostering and just really loving hundreds of strays and abandoned dogs and cats all over the years. I'm just so proud of her. Well, she's giving back again. Now she's working with the Ozark Humane Society to give a percentage of her proceeds to save more animals. Isn't that great? You'll be seeing me around with my mom while I report what's going on in the community with my video camera, and I meet new customers.
Okay, that was enough for now, just to give you an idea. Wasn't
That's
she cute?
She's so
that
cute.
was really really cute. She, she's a relative of yours because in her voice there's something remind me you.
She just picked, dogs have a tendency to pick up their humans' behavior.
Uh huh.
So I think she just picked up my voice just instinctively.
Ah,
Dogs.
okay, that's so
Yeah,
sweet.
that's all I can think of. Well, here was the news that had happened then. And I think that I'm going to put this over here like this.
You scare
what
me.
what happened then in December of 2012. Now I had created Mandy as the canine community reporter for the show and for the website. She
Hmm.
had a little hat. You saw this. She had an outfit that said dog in training. We would go to the local community and she would do interviews, and then everybody wanted her to come in and wanted her to interview them, the local businesses. And it was really very, very, very cute. Well, all of a sudden in December of 2012, she was right in front of my eyes. She ran across the driveway, and somebody, my neighbor, ran over her. And I went hysterical, just absolutely hysterical over it. So after I finally dusted myself off, I realized that I had put thousands of dollars into creating the character of
And she,
Mandy as a canine community reporter. And what would I do? So then, of course, the divine intervention came in and said, I'll make Mandy a canine community reporter from heaven. And, and that's how we started the Crossing Rainbow Bridge show. And one thing led to another. And then we started having a number of shows. And these shows were between 2012 and 2022: The Dog Connection, Crossing Rainbow Bridge, Canine Conversations. We had canine chefs. We were doing canine cooking with an actual canine chef, dog trained people. And then we had a Good Dog Day and Canine Community Reporter News. And then we went Baby Boomer Investing, which was outside of the animal field, and also New Mexico Live was outside of the animal field. Uh, we Gaetan came on as a partner in 2014 of Picture a Moment Pet Productions, and we changed the name from Canine Community Reporters to the Dog Connection TV with the idea that we would have a series of shows. And at that time, Gaetan got and I'm going to let him come in and tell you about this, because at that time, one of the shows that resonated with Gaetan was called the Good Dog Day Show. And it was based on dogs making a difference in human lives. I think we were calling it Working Dogs at that time, and Gaetan wanted it to be a Good Dog Day Show because he felt that it could be a spin-off and be an actual real show, because there was so much that you can talk about with dogs that actually are providing service to people. And that's when he came on. So Gaetan, you can talk about the Good Dog Day Show and your interest in that.
Well, she said all.
Okay.
Well, the reason why I create the Good Dog Day show, or the Good Dog Day production, is about service dog. And I was looking at the programming of on television of show related to dog, and there was very little, if not nothing, about service dog. And I said, there's so much to learn about service dog and their interaction with human and how they support human and they help human. There's enough material to do a TV series. And when I started research, I came across about 20 type of service dog, and then I looked a little bit deeper, and through the ADA, American Disability Act, and the health department, I discovered there was another 37 other condition where a human qualified to have service dog. So there's a well of information there and topic, and we are working to get the series up and running, and hopefully sooner than later. But the COVID killed us in our initial attempt to create the TV series. We're over that, and we're in talk with other producer and a distributor and a streaming company or a broadcast company to have the show on the air. And right now we have 20 topics for the first two seasons. And there's in the backlog, there's another 40, 60 topic that we want to present to the audience. So the Dog Connection, the Good Dog Day show has a very common bound and common ground. And we like to, the reason when I get involved, as I said before in the past, is the relationship between human and dogs, and take the example of dog to tell human how to behave with other human. So that was my take on
Yeah.
the show, and this is why I get involved. If I just break the anecdote a little bit, when Kathy initially approached me and say a dog show, I said,
Yeah, right. Yeah. And
And
by the way,
then,
you should mention we knew each other since
oh yes, we
1990.
worked
Yeah.
together in 1997 in Chicago, which was called Cyber City. It was inside the Taste of Chicago, which was an annual event, and they have the Cyber Village or Cyber City, and inside the Cyber City, we create in 1997 the first television broadcast on the internet, and that was never been done. And I remember one of our sponsors, which was IBM, when they saw the score, the number of hit on the period of 24 hour at 1.4 million, they say,
Now that's a drop in the bucket.
yes,
Yeah.
now today. But remember in 1997, the big car, the fastest speed was 56K.
Yeah.
Imagine we were broadcasting live with a 56K bandwidth,
Yeah.
and we can still get 1.4 million hit in 24 hour.
Right.
Anyway, Kathy and I, we get connected. We love the experience. We love working with each other. And then she disappeared. No news for about 12, 15 years. So 97 to 2014, 2014 or so. No news, nothing. Where's Kathy? No news, no call, no nothing. And then she popped out of nowhere and said, Gaetan, like we met yesterday. And this is how our friendships stand, and over the years. And this is I don't know what's happening here.
Yeah, we just lost your voice.
Okay, I'm here. I'm with you. Do you hear me?
Okay, we lost you. You might no, we lost you.
Switch the microphone.
There's something.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to bring Roman in a second here. Roman, we're talking about the fact that we started the is to identify animals looking at helping humans, and you and I had not met
Mm-mm.
at that time, and you didn't know about the dog connection, but parallel to what we were doing, you were doing the same thing. You were working with animals and working with people because you knew that these people really were the ones that needed training first before the dog.
Yep.
So and by the time we got together, it was in 2020 that you actually became part of the organization. So what made you want to get involved with us?
Well, I think it's a similar-minded attraction. You guys have the same idea and same belief system. And one thing is, if good people come together, good things come out, right? So I think being part of that process, it's an obligation.
Right. Yeah. Well, I also wanted to say that something happened to us that I know it's happened to Sebastian. I don't know. Sebastian usually is on the show here, but Sebastian, many people in 2018, they lost their Facebook page. Now, what does that mean? All of a sudden, one day, you come on, you've got over 300,000 fans, and you don't understand. Actually, at that time, we had 300,000 fans, and our post reach was 12 million people per month. We were really doing very well. We just had gotten our first sponsor. That was Pet Notify. Remember, Gaetan? And we were really doing great. And all of a sudden, we can't find our page. It's like they erased everything that we had through all the years. All our videos, all our pictures. It's as though the dog connection never existed. So the question was, well, what did we do wrong? And everybody wanted to know that. Well, after I think it was 16 appeals, a number of different legal actions, etc. Finally, we were able to get our page back, but it was quite a long time. We lost over 100,000 fans, and our post reach went from 12 million to 16,000 people. So, in essence, everything was lost. During that time, we knew what it was like, and I look at it as though at this point now maybe the universe was saying to us, hey, you guys are being too high on the hog, you're being too confident. I don't know what it was, but believe me, humility set in for us when we lost everything. And when we got it back, we were so grateful, but we learned that you can't depend upon one area, but make sure you keep all your content, make sure you have your content backed up in other places. So for those of you that produce any type of show, make sure that you do that. And when you start building it up now with the new systems in social media, they've got a lot of algorithms that are artificial intelligence or AI motivated, and that means that if you don't know how to work around that, you won't be able to get the type of viewers that you want. So where we're coming from right now today on Facebook, on YouTube, and every place else, we are asking you to help us organically grow. And the way to do that is like you've always done in the past. Just share, like, and comment. Oh, we can't hear you, Gaetan.
Oh no?
Nope.
Okay, let's see.
Yep, here we go.
His AI took over.
What? Yeah,
His AI took over.
yeah. So anyway, what I wanted to do with you guys is there was one show that we created that it didn't get a lot of views on YouTube because we didn't put it on until afterwards, but we did do it on Facebook. And when we did it, it caused so much um, emotion that I thought I would share it with you guys, if you don't mind. Okay, I'm going to push this at this point. I'm only going to play just a little bit of it, but this is also I animated Charlie, and Charlie was an animated New York cop. Okay. To see Charlie in action. This shot was when he was in New York with Lou Cataruza, who is also one of our partners and producers. And Lou was able to get him to be on the New York Police Department as an honorary canine officer. So when you see Charlie, you'll see that he was doing his investigation. And I guess that's because he's really a real good reporter. A lot of people want him to be on their show, or I should say, in their well, yeah, on their show and also in their groups. Okay, so let's take a look at Charlie.
Yeah, hi, this is Charlie. This is my first review of a video that has gone viral. I heard my master tell someone that 50,000 people saw it already. So the first thing is, let me warn you that this is not a happy story. I had my paws over my head watching it. So here's what happened. mistakes and that probably the owner had more important things to think about than letting my friend go and do his business. I understand. So, because she saw the error of her ways and was so remorseful that she was willing to post what happened on her Facebook page, well, then I give two paws up. The more people are willing to share their silly moments, the better we all are. Listen, you're just human. Next time, just remember, if you're going in an elevator, whether it's a leash on your pet or a child's dress, make sure you get them all the way in before you close the door. Also, it might be a good idea to ask the elevator owner to post a wake-up call sign telling people about the problem. Well,
Oh my goodness, what did you think, huh, folks? Was that girl scared? Yeah, I know she was, and boy, I sure would be too. But we all can learn from things like this. So it's easy to blame someone, but it's much better to really just be prepared for an emergency like this. So, what Charlie. Okay, that was that.
Very stressful.
Yeah. Gaetan, say something. No, we can't hear you at all.
Say something.
I'll restart a computer.
Well, if you just turn your volume up really high.
No, it's the maximum right now.
Oh, that's a
do it.
little better though.
Change the microphone. Go to your mute settings, microphone cam settings, and switch the microphone to another microphone. See,
Okay,
it usually works.
so let's see. Artificial intelligence.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep,
Resistance.
sounds better.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, now I'm back on the good old computer microphone with speakers. So you hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, something
But
happened.
we're an echo.
I know. Let me turn this off here.
Okay.
The show must go on.
Yeah, I know. I've been there, did that. Audio
Okay.
echo cancellation. Is that better?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
much better now. Yeah.
Better.
Okay, there you go.
And,
Okay.
and now we're in good shape.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, I'm back on the show, I guess.
Yes, you
Yeah.
are.
You let me in, please? Okay. Thank you.
You are. You're in. Yeah. Okay, so what did you think of that? Those were the types of things that we did before, where we did combination of animated animals and having it come from their perspective. And now we've evolved into the Dog Connection, which is this format where we're actually talking about different ways that dogs can help humans and humans can help dogs.
Yep.
So we'd be interested in your feedback, folks, as to what you feel. Do you like any of this stuff? Do you want us to bring any of it back? Where are you at? Because now we want to tell you about where we're headed. Where are we going in 2022?
Yep.
So Gaetan, where are we going? I don't
Well-
know. Go ahead.
We're going ahead. We're going straight forward. So, okay, we're going to carry on with the weekly show live stream. That's for sure. Yes.
Yes.
Then we have other project or production we were in and out in the past that we're going to make steady, like Over the Rainbow, something like that. That can
Right.
become like a regular show. We have my
We've
intent.
got
Yes, Kathy.
Yes, we have this one coming up for
Yeah.
us. Yep, that's
Yep.
that's coming in February.
Yes, yes. So
Yeah.
a number of special production going on, special series. My intent is to go back in the field and start doing some video like I was doing before the COVID, and something like parallel to what the Good Dog Day show will be. So we'll have like a mini Good Dog Day show inside our weekly show, and bring some topics related to service dog. Beside that, right now our audience we have a reach of about 4 million, which is about a third of what we
6 million. 6 million.
6 million. It was 6 million. Okay, we go at 6 million, which is half the goal or what we were like 5 years ago or 6 years ago. So because of the support of the audience, and you, member of the audience, you are the driving force behind our success. So because of you, because you share, because you like, because you comment, the number of reach go exponentially. So we would like to go back to around 10 to 15 million, maybe 20 million reach per month, have an influence, an impact on the relationship between dogs and human, and improve both relationship in that regard. So that's the
Right.
objective for the year 2022.
Okay. And with that, I thought what we do uh, is show the original A Good Dog Day show overview so that you can get an idea of what's going to be coming. Okay?
Okay.
So let's watch this. Pretty, huh?
That's the genius of Kathy. Kathy at her best. This is an amazing video you did there. I haven't seen it for some time, and I remember when I saw it for the first time, I said, "Oh wow, that's very impressive." And
Yeah,
I see it again today. It's not dated. This is like an evergreen video that everybody
yeah,
can enjoy. And it
yeah,
summarized so well the intent of the Good Dog Day show. So
yeah.
thank you, Kathy, for that. This is like the best pitch for the show you can imagine.
So now if you can visualize here that that was done in 2014 and we still have the same mission and the same passion, but now we have Roman in the
Right.
picture, and where Roman fits in, look at how this has all come together, folks. Where Roman fits in is he is the one that should be the host, will be the host of the Good Dog Day show, because he brings to our hearts what it really is like for a dog to connect with a human being. So what is your feelings on that, Roman?
um, I'm happy to be on the team. Um, it's easy to tell people, be the voice of the voiceless, but the problem is not many people listening to actually what the dog really is going through. We just assume they do things from a human perspective, but not from a dog perspective. And when we look into all these aspects of I'm calling it in holistic animal care approach, which is also including us in that concept, that if you live a holistic life, it includes your family, your pets, your emotional footprint, your carbon footprint, and the way you interact with your environment. And so, in that context, a dog does not only a service, it also helps people evolve emotionally and spiritually in the same process. So it's a bigger picture here that we have to look at. It's not just how do we make a dog happy so we are happy, is how this relationship can reach its potential. And
Right.
we're creating, and I wrote it down, we create a morphogenetic field that shifts the consciousness of people how to treat animals. And especially if we start in our own front yard and the front door, how do I treat my dog? What is my concept behind that? What's my belief system behind that? And then we take it from there and then expand it to a closed environment. And it's nothing more educational for a child to see how his parents are treating animals, because he will copy that.
Mhm.
And so the more knowledge and experience we have, and information we share with people, the more likely it's going to help people shift their mindset. But also we see that even the FBI see the connection, the way you treat animals, the way you will treat people. So the more we educate people how to treat animals, the more we affect them how to change how they treat people.
Mhm.
Hmm.
And I'm lucky that I was invited to create a training program for Texas Juvenile Detention Center to help those children who come from so difficult families and never had a family before to start creating their own family for a short period of time, and help dogs who come from similar situations they can heal in that process.
Hmm.
And I think that show opens up that possibility for people to see, oh, and I thought dogs are just pets.
Or
They're not
just a
that.
dog, or
It's just
just a
a
dog.
dog, right? And it's
Yeah.
just a dog treat, and it's just a toy. And
Hmm.
all this, we are kind of like brainwashed with this um, industry that all it wants is us to spend money. They want the money, but it doesn't come with morals and ethics. It just comes with just financial status. The more you spend on your dog, the better clients you are. And so they don't really care about the quality of life of the dog. All they care is how much you buy to please your guilt about the dog that you have. But you don't need to feel guilty in a relationship.
Mhm.
And I think
Right.
that's the general message we're sending here, is how to be a better person by being a better parent to your dog. And at the same
Right.
time, we clear the confusion. What is pack leader? What the dog dominance and what's aggression? And so the training and behavior part of that show is very important for us to understand the concepts and not buying into those fake illusions that people just post out there, so you can buy their product or you can treat your dog so they make more money out of it.
Mhm.
Right. As a matter of fact, I can remember when we first started this, well, started working all together, we made it a pact that we did not want this to be about making money. We wanted it to be about providing a service and providing a solution for a
Mhm.
problem that currently exists. And what is that problem? We ever really shown the folks what is the problem and what the results are that we had? People, when they get an animal, when they get a dog, they don't realize that there's a commitment, there's a responsibility, there's something. This is a human, this is a being, a live being that they need to take care. I was going to say human,
Yes,
a
believe me.
live being that they're taking care of. But what really happens, unfortunately, is there's a disregard, and the mindset is not a contributing mindset on our end. It's what the dog is supposed to be giving to us. And what we've done is we've changed that paradigm to say, wait a minute, look at this valuable gift that you have here. That this dog is providing you with so much love, attention, affection, strength, protection. all of these areas, and we look at the dog as now a friend. Our fans look at their dogs as friends, as part of the family.
Mhm.
And we've had fans that have come to us and said they at one time were thinking about relinquishing the dog because the dog was not what they expected. But after watching our shows, they realized that it was them that had the problem because they didn't take the time to understand the dog and find out what that dog really needs, what their needs were. Once they made that connection, why that's why we call it the dog connection. Once that connection was made heart to heart, then that connection becomes instinctive, and the instinctive responses need no words.
Yep.
They can be done with just a look, a gesture, a human emotion,
Mhm.
something that is in your body. If you notice yourself feeling anxious, if you are connected to your dog will be anxious because they you become blended, and
Mhm.
that's the purpose of the dog connection. Oh boy, I'm on a soap opera today, aren't I?
No, you summarize exactly what the intent of the show is, and
Yeah.
that's improve life for human, improve life for dog, improve life for the relation between humans and animals in general, and not looking at the animal as an object
Yes.
that you can buy at a pep store and then put that in the corner or dispose of it or use it or abuse it and take it as like you owe me because I'm your master. Don't therefore you should do what I'm telling you to do, and not
Exactly.
understanding the dynamic between two consciousness.
Exactly.
And we need
Exactly.
also
We
to empower people to see their power they have.
Mm-hmm.
We always complain the shelters are full. We always complain that so many dogs are dumped in the shelters and are free, and we blame all those breeders. But we have the power to pick up the phone and call our legislators and say, "Hey, why does the USDA not actually check on those licenses they give out? Why don't they check that these animals are being taken care of? Because they don't.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
Okay,
Yeah, e-
they're
exactly.
I mean they're horrible conditions, and we have the power to change that. All we have to do is know where to go and how to do that. And the show is not only kind of to make you feel good, it's actually to be able to have a push to button action. And I can change something. Even if my little pen, even if my little coin, even with my little decision, I can make that impact.
Yeah.
That's a very good point. We had one show that was called Empathy for Dogs, and the main question in that show was how do people really have empathy for dogs? And if they do, why do they fear helping a dog in need? Because they can go and take a video, they can take a picture, they can post it on social media and say, this dog needs help. But if they're right there, why didn't they do something? Oh, I don't want to get involved. That's the real message. I don't want to get involved. Well, yes, you do. You just don't know how to get involved because there are no resources. Nobody gives us the tools. That's one of the purposes of why we're doing this. We want to help you to say, okay, I want to be engaged. I want to help this dog. And if you don't know where to go and there's nobody to call, like Roman says, do you know even who your state legislators are? Do you know their email addresses or how to get in contact with them? No. And if you have to go and look for it and you can't find them, then you get discouraged.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where the future of our show is going, is to help everyone have the resources that they need to bring their dogs into their hearts and their homes as family. Okay, we have Billy has says the buying also applies to quick fixes, which is not bonding.
Yep.
And also, this is from Dale. I know his dog Hero. He says he'll get up on my lap when he gets the hiccups, and I pat him on the back like he would burp a baby, and it stops his hiccups. And when he wants to go outside at night, he will get on my lap and look at me till I go out with him. Now, here's a perfect example, folks. That's because Dale is connected at the heart level with Hero. When if he wasn't, he may have looked at the dog as a nuisance,
Mm-hmm.
or he wouldn't have, he now knows how to recognize. He can explain what his dog does and how he reacts based on his dog's actions. And the dog now knows how to communicate with him. So there's the connection. Amen.
Yeah, very simple.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. How good is that?
Hmm.
And here's one of our great sponsors too. Kinga, she wants to be on the show, and I told her yes, yes. Okay, so let's go back here now to where we're going. We are now going to be accepting partners and sponsors and affiliates and advertisers, and uh, we have a turnkey package with Picture Moment Live, which is a streaming package. And our call to action, of course, is to submit a story. We do have a page on the Dog Connection Show, which is submit a story. I'm going to post this in the comments. And why? Because we want your personal stories
Yeah.
so that we can share your stories with the audience.
Right. It can be a story. It can be a video. It can be a text. It can be a picture. So share with us your story, your video, your anecdote, your picture.
Right, right. Okay, so closing thoughts. Just so you know, folks, right now we are multi-streaming every week on several Facebook pages, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, Twitter, Twitch, and soon on Instagram. That means that all the shows are available, and you can comment on those pages, and we will see the comments.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
okay, last thoughts, everyone.
Well, we have a library of over 150 of the show on this format, and some show has been seen over 1,000 times. So it's a library of resources. If you look at the topic, you can look at the topic, look at the show, and you might find some information useful for you. We have some guests in the past. We will have more guests in the future. And hey, stick around. There's more to come.
And I think what Gaetan meant to say is that we have over 1,000 videos that are
Right. But I'm just
available.
talking about this weekly show.
Oh, okay.
This is a weekly show, but there's over, yes, Kathy, beside the weekly show, there's over thousands of simple video as short as 6 seconds, as long as more second or a
Mhm.
minute. And it's all there on Facebook, and you can go and find these video, but there's over 1,000 video. And Kathy is like a um, buzzing bee. She's really, really active, and she's producing things like left and right out of nowhere, bing bang boom. She put a video together. She put some illustration together. She is a little genie in that sense. Things are coming out of the bottle, boop, 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 like that. You see what she's doing? That's the kind of thing she's doing. She's a fantastic person. And Roman, our
Yeah.
Greek semi-god with a Latin name, Roman, is a very key element of the show there. His knowledge, expertise is absolutely outstanding, and his vision of the relationship between human and animals is very,
Oh,
very living.
phenomenal. Phenomenal.
And that's what bound us together, because we all consider a dog not an object, but a living being and a conscious being. So, Roman, Kathy, keep up the good work. I'm trying to catch up with you guys.
Okay, Roman, last thoughts before we go.
Subscribe, like, share, and comment. If you want to fight the war with the EI, be on our side. Sounds, sounds like Matrix, whatever.
Yeah.
But each person's participation does make a difference how this post is being shared. So we can actively participate, just share the word. And I know you guys are a little bit resource guarding on the shows because you wanted to have it yourself, because you want to be the smarter person in town. But you know what? You can still share with others. You're still ahead of time because you know more than they do anyway. So go for it.
Yeah, right. Okay, everyone, we will see you next week. And thank you so much for watching the show. We really do appreciate it. Goodbye,
Thank you for
everyone.
your support. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.